Alright, so today we talked about absolute values and how to solve those. Okay, the absolute value trick is first think of you have to be good, so that means positive, before they can let you out of jail. Okay, so the jail would be those bars. So your answer needs to be positive before you can take those bars away. Okay, once you take those bars away, so once you get out of jail, you can either choose to be good, so choose to be the positive number, or you can choose to going back to being bad, so negative. So I'm going to look at number 2 first, and let's look at this. So we have our bars, we're in jail. In order for us to get out, it has to be positive. So this number right here is positive, so that's good. Okay, now from this, to get rid of the bars, I can either choose to be good, so positive, or I can choose to be bad, so negative. So taking that answer you get, you're going to make one positive, one negative, and then solve like normal. So add 1 to both sides, so 2x equals 6, divide by 2, so x equals 3. Okay, the other side, do the same thing. Add 1, so 2x equals negative 4, divide by 2, so x equals negative 2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check these to make sure that that's correct. So doing that, I get absolute value of 2 times 3 minus 1 equals 5. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. And the absolute value of 5 is 5. So that one for sure works. Okay, let's look at the next one. 2 times negative 2 minus 1 equals 5. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. So the absolute value of negative 5 is 5, and that equals 5 as well. So negative 2 is also a solution. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, let's go back to number 1. Okay, so in order to get rid of the bars, I can either choose to be positive or negative. Okay, because there's nothing else going on with that x, those are your answers. Again, you can plug them back in, make sure it works. Absolute value of 3 is 3, good. Absolute value of negative 3 is 3 also, so that both work. Okay, on number 3, if we look, we have variables on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and solve like we have been. So to get rid of the bars, I have to be good, so I'm positive. So same thing that it was. Okay, or I'm negative. So the negative version of what it's equal to. Okay, so in this case, it just flips all the signs and solve like normal. So once you solve those, you should get x equals negative 1 and x equals 1. Okay. In this case, though, you need to check them for sure on both sides. Okay, plug these back in because this variable right here, depending on what number we get, could be negative, which would make it not true. So when we plug these back in, I get 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3 is 5, and the absolute value of 5 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So that one works. We're good. Okay, this one, 2 times negative 1 plus 3 equals 3 times negative 1 plus 2. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 plus 3 is 1, and the absolute value of 1 is 1. Then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Okay, so here, this is not true. So this one is not a solution. So that's called an extraneous solution. Okay, so make sure that you're checking the answers to make sure that they're actual solutions. Okay, last example for today is number 4. Okay, in order for us to even get rid of the bars, we need to isolate them. We need to get them by themselves. So in order to do that, I need to subtract 10 from both sides. And then I also need to get rid of that 2. So this really says 2 times that absolute value, so I'm going to divide by 2. Okay, when I get here, if we go back to that first sentence, where you have to be good before they let you out of jail. You have to be positive before they let you out of jail. Well, this equals a negative. There's no solution here because there's no possible way for this to become a negative no matter what your x value is. Okay, so there's that. The assignment for this is page 36, numbers 1 through 15 odd, and 30, hold on, 34 through 42 even. Please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.